Hello, folks. Alright, gotta add a new camera again. I'm running out of ideas on how to call the camera at this point. I have to solve this shit. Alright. Camera. Boom. And you're gonna see me not here, because I'll have to do another attempt. This is not gonna work, right? No, it doesn't. I have to stop selecting this one. I wonder why. And then I disconnect it. I reconnect it. I go with you. I go with you, and now it's gonna work. Why? Freaking mystery. Freaking mystery. Let's put this light behind. You know, in life, there's things you just don't understand. I'm not sure if you're meant to understand them. I'm not sure. It is just like things you don't understand. And I don't know. Is this better? A little bit. A little bit. Hey, folks. Sorry I was late. I was on time until the computer decided to do its thing. Yep. Yep. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry. I am not usually late 10 minutes, but today I was. And I hope you'll find the strength in you to forgive me. I'm kidding, huh? But I don't like to be that guy that's late. I don't know. Why you late, bruv? Ooh, I don't know why when I see this, I see InfoSec streams, I kind of want to click on it. Come on, let's just click and see who's online. Hey, Shy Hat. Oh, shit. Man, I have the toughest competition out there. Shy Hat is just way too entertaining. Oh, you're seeing my music taste. That's horrible. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, my music taste. I love starting with this one. Maybe you got tired of it already. Is it playing? It's not playing. There we go. Now it's playing. Yoo-hoo! Maybe it'd be nice for me to find a new one. A new playlist to play as well. Alright. So we got ourselves some music. I believe you'll start hearing it. And for today's stream, folks, I want to do a little bit of research about different things that I've been wondering for myself, and maybe you are curious too. That thing is, oh man. They still haven't removed the World Cup widgets. From the FIFA World Cup. Oh, this is a sunrise? Maybe it is a sunrise. Madrid. The sun has just started rising in Madrid. No way. Ah, it's the current time. It's the current time. Curious about the sunrise in Madrid now. Sunrise Madrid. Like 6:40? Oh, 7:03. 6:36 today. So I got like 20 minutes before sunrise. Alright, cool, folks. Today we're going to answer ourselves a few questions, so let's write them down. Note webpage? Just notepad.com. Okay. Nice. I didn't know that page existed. But look, we're here now. Alright, your text, just notepad.com. So what do we want to do, folks? We want to do... we want to do a text file where we say what we're going to work on today. All the questions that we have. Here are... Maybe we're just going to make it a little bit bigger. Make it a little bit bigger. Now it's massive. First, Bedro. Hey, Bedro. Morning. Nice that you're here. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully. Yeah, you're first today. You're first. Congratulations. Nice. Great job on coming. How are you, Bedro? Here are the things we will solve. We will answer today. I am drinking beer, but I'm out of peanuts. Oof. Yeah, yeah. Do you have any chips or what else can you have? Chips, olives. Olives are quite good. Do you have any of those, or are you just like out of snacks completely? What are guardrails really? So things were answered today. What classifiers? How are they used and trained? I don't know, but I'll figure something out. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Figure something out. Oh, man. I don't envy you, huh? Tough, tough. Classifiers. How are they used and trained? What else we got? Here are the things we will answer today. What are guardrails really? Classifiers. There were more questions that we had. Let's go on Discord, where I share the planning. Other than that, how was your day, Pedro? How was your day? Living in the United States. The best country on earth. Would cyber insurance covers it? Okay, nice. Oh yeah, AI performance. AI performance. Performance. How is it measured? Folks, we're making a list of what we're answering today. If you're just joining now, you're like, what the heck? Why are we taking notes on this? It's just so that we know the answers to things from today, right? How are AI performance measured? How is it measured? Okay, that works. Okay, another one I have. Why do some jailbreaks work and not others? And the last one, which is, would cyber insurance cover AI attacks? This one we'll tackle at the end, folks. This is my domain of expertise in a way, because I do work in cyber insurance. All right, I've been trying to write my portfolio site. I'm stuck getting my IT experience in the dev portfolio. My IT performance in the dev portfolio. Do you want to share us your portfolio set so we can have a look? I'm curious, but I understand the. I understand if you didn't. It's a little bit private as well. So I'm curious what you've been up to, and maybe I can help you discover or edit it, because I am a very business-oriented person. It sounds strange to say, but I'm very business-oriented. I just have a skill for understanding business and risk and profits and revenues and stuff. I just have a skill for it. I just can't explain it. Wait, I'll commit the latest change. Nice, we're going to see Bedro's site, portfolio site. All right, so questions for today. What are guardrails really? All right, so this is the first question we'll answer today, folks. You know, I've been very curious about it, and I feel a little bit ashamed that after maybe a month or so specializing in AI hacking, I'm not really able to say what are guardrails. Like, I know what they serve, but like, what are they? Are preset boundaries, rules, or physical barriers designed to keep systems, vehicles. Oh. Aha. Okay. The guardrails are actually this. Dude, this is super useful already. Folks, we're solving several questions today, and the first one is about AI guardrails. And look, I just figured out what guardrails really were. In guardrails, they're on the road. They're on, ooh, how to choose the right type of guardrail. Armco Direct. Oh. Dude, what? This is amazing. Wow, this is so pedestrian unfriendly. Oh, you don't want to die? You gotta squeeze in between these two. Do you not like dying? You're gonna need to squeeze here. Squeeze here. Here in this specific spot. Boom. We'll show you how to micro direct solution. Okay, so guardrail systems. And here's why. It may sound completely silly to look at this and say how to choose your high rails for pedestrians as a permanent solution for on highway and off highway environments. So, you know, the guardrails ultimately is a science that exists for a long time and it's specialized in different things. So let's look at the origin of guardrails and then we'll get to the AI guardrails. Guardrail systems, assessing your needs. When choosing a guardrail, the first step is to assess the specific needs. That's interesting, because when we choose a guardrail for an AI system, we also need to think about the specific needs, the specificity of this AI. And you can put some general guardrails, but I think you want to make it specialized to your AI, right? Okay. I love this. I'm going to keep it in my notes over there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the notes, but what are guardrails? I love this quote. And I like that it doesn't come from a cyber thing either. Like, it comes from a freaking Amco Direct Limited off-highway crash protection. Ah, this is meant to protect pedestrians, maybe. I didn't think so. So what, like, this is why you got to start with your specific needs. Are you there to protect cars? Are you there to protect? Because this is what the guardrails we just saw on Google Images was about. Are you there to just protect against pedestrians? I really don't like how my microphone boom is being all annoying. Like, I like it like that. Can you stay like that? Jeez. But even then, I don't like it too much. I'm never happy. Good. So guardrails. So yeah, you gotta first about your specific needs. Are you here to protect cars? Are you here to protect pedestrians? And I think when we work in AI, we need to have specific guardrails as well, so that pardon me. You need to have specific. You have to think about who you're trying to protect, because that will ultimately give a strong direction of where you're heading with this. Right here, the website is saying consider location and application of the railing system and the particular challenges it presents. Consider the factors such as the type of vehicle involved and whether cars, forklift traffic, or lorries, and the proximity to valuable assets. It's crucial to analyze the potential risk and traffic patterns in your area too. I think it's all about seeing the intended use. Each scenario demands a calculated approach to how your guardrail ensures maximum safety and effectiveness. If you're uncertain about the best guardrail solution for your environment, always seek advice from us before going ahead with a dangerous, less cohesive system. Types of guardrails. Let's break it down for the different rail systems that provide the right solution for highway and off-highway applications. Wow, they're giving out their knowledge a bit. All right, let's I want to read a little bit more about it. I know it's getting quite deep into something that we're not necessarily into, pedestrian guardrails, but I think it will teach us where the idea of guardrail comes from and how we can learn from this environment to apply guardrails in our field, which is AI security. The PG pedestrian guardrail is specifically engineered to safeguard pedestrian in and off highway environments, providing a vital separation between people and vehicle pathways. This robust barrier is ideal for locations like pavements, warehouses, production facilities, surface yards, walkways, sport facilities, and car parks. Each PG1 guardrail panel features a durable galvanized finish and can be customized with polyester powder coating in various colors to enhance the visibility, ensuring they meet specific safety requirements. Bottled down to stop the guardrail flying away, these barriers are an essential safety feature for any area looking to improve pedestrian protection. Wow, this is really strong. No, I mean, it looks really strong. All right. So this is kind of the generic one. Maybe it's this one. This one looks stronger for some reason. The PG2 guardrail is distinct from the PG1 model, featuring a slight gap at the top of the panel, making it ideal for areas with heavier pedestrian traffic or higher safety risks. So yeah, it is stronger. It is the only element unique to PG2, enhancing sight lines and awareness for both pedestrians and drivers. While PG1 is suited for general safety demarcation, PG2's enhanced structure and visibility features provide superior protection in bustling environments like distribution centers, service yards, or sport pitches where crowds controls and pedestrian safety are paramount. I mean, say what you want, folks, but these are kind of ugly. Like, it looks like a jail a bit. Yeah, it protects you. It's kind of ugly. Maybe give it a little color. Give it a little life, you know? I don't think it matters a ton in AI guardrails because you don't see them. But at least if you're using it as intended, I think you don't see them. You don't see them. You shouldn't see an AI guardrail. When selecting guardrails, ensuring compliance with UK safety legislation is crucial. Evaluating the durability of the materials, reuse the right rail to okay. And now they're selling their stuff. Ooh, there's a standard for guardrails. There's a standard for guardrails, folks. High quality materials that can withstand environment conditions such as weather exposure and mechanical impact. True. If your thing is decoration, then it shouldn't. Hey Pedro, how are we doing on that? On that portfolio site? We want to see it. So guardrails are this, folks. There's a few available in the real world. I didn't think I would look on Google Images to understand something about AI cybersecurity, but I think it just makes sense. Our world is surrounded by guardrails. I have one right there on my terrace. This is a guardrail. And it's been on there for like 10 years. So it must withstand this kind of time. Because if I fall off my balcony, I'll probably die. So it's pretty damn important. What's the purpose of guardians and its effectiveness? Shawahid industrialroads.co. I'm pretty damn important. Nice. Nice. Yes, you are, Pedro. What is the purpose of guardrails and its effects? Alright, we're going to look at one more site and then we're actually going to get to AI guardrails. Man, I didn't think we'd do that, but I think it's important. There are many different types of road barriers, such as safety roller barriers and highway guardrails, but each of them differs in their function and the benefits they offer. Ooh. Safety roller barriers and highway guardrails. Highway guardrails are the most important safety elements because of their importance in preventing vehicles from falling or colliding and forcing the vehicle to travel in a certain direction to prevent accidents. I think what they mean is, you know, when drivers go like this and they go totally to the right. I mean, if you're driving on the road on the right, then usually you're going to go to the right, and then you're going to go, whoa, shit, and then you go left, and then you might hit another car this way. So I think this is what it means right there. It prevents you from going in either direction into the wrong way. Which is why these barriers have become one of the basics of roads legally and compulsory. Features of highway guardrails provide safety barriers that prevent lift trucks and other vehicles within the plant from traveling into equipment, building walls, or personnel. So yeah, here it's safer for personnel to walk because there's guardrails on each side. Interesting. Where to find it? Types of highway guardrails. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that thing. There's different ways. This one's the single one. Three-way highway guardrail system, also called W-beam, you can use to create a buffer zone around a corner and separate aisles. There's a double one for large machines, and here you can use that intersection to keep the car on the road and help the driver identify the road with more protection. Holy shit. Bedro.dev. No way. Bedro. Oh man, that was such a good name. .dev. Of course, Bedro Dev. Project GTA San Andreas Radio, a web app that recreates a radio from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Time of day announcement. Atmosphere evening 1 AUG. You made a station around San Andreas? SanAndreasRadio.com. Oh nice, you linked it. No way. I don't wanna... That's super cool. Current listener. One current listener. Hey, that's us. Higher players. Funky Worm. I don't want to play it because I might get in trouble. Hold on. But maybe I can mute it from the desktop for a second. Oh, yeah.
This is the party.
It's the party.
The party on Bounce.
Wow, damn. Now it's playing music, so I have to pause it. And if I pause it and I restart... Yeah, well, it's a really radio. That's really cool. That's really cool, Bedro. Evening, senior weather announcements. Game unlocked. Man, nice. Are you going to do anything special for the release of the 6th version of GTA? This one sucks, kind of. Who Are You, a mobile app designed to simplify exchanging contact information using QR codes. You talked about that one. It's really nice. Experienced full stack developer. Freelance. Nice. What do you think, Pedro? You got a blog. Sandras Radio 7. Who Are You? Nice. About location New York. And you got a little timer here. Bedro at lunartech.net. Nice. Bedro0 and LinkedIn. Oh, yeah, you even have a Bedro on LinkedIn. Alright, I'll let people discover that. That's nice. I am working on GTA 5 and GTA 4. Oh, yeah, it's GTA 5, not GTA 6. I'm working on GTA 5 and GTA 4 ones. Nice. It's not finished. I'm going to make bedro.dev email afterwards. Nice. Yeah, I think it makes sense. You already have the domain, right? So yeah, it makes sense. There's a little bit more cost, but it's okay. Okay, so folks, we went a little bit all over the place with guardrails here. The idea, because we're doing AI guardrails, right? And we're talking about road guardrails. So, folks, just to put things into perspective for today's stream, because I noticed that people do tend to come around this time, we are answering a few questions today we had about AI for a long time. So the one that we're working on right now is, what are guardrails really? And of course, I meant this with AI, but then I got a little humbled that guardrails are essentially, originally, for the road. So I found this quote very interesting. I looked at this on a guardrail website, like people that sell guardrails. And we found that the first step is to assess your specific needs. And I find this super duper true when it comes to AI guardrails. Like, what is your AI going to be used for? And it requires a little bit of thinking, a little bit of zazz, a little bit of thinking, a little zazz. So yeah, you actually need to assess your specific needs. So this is the lesson that we got from road guardrails. Now let's look at what really AI guardrails are like. Boom. Let's type in this question. What are guardrails really? And then if we don't get results that we want, we'll type it on Google. We'll type it on, in AI. What is guardrail in AI? AI guardrails are programmable safety boundaries and technical filters that ensure artificial systems operate safely, legally, and within designated guidelines. acting like physical highway barriers. Okay, so there is a parallel here. We're not crazy. AI told us we're not crazy. They do not stop the AI from working, but prevent it from weaving off course, hallucinating, leaking private data, or responding to malicious prompt. How guardrails work. Lower that music a little bit. Guardrails sit at an independent layer of software between the user and the AI model. Guardrails sit an independent layer of software between the user and the AI model. They intercept interactions in two main stages: input guardrails and output guardrails. Scan the user's prompt before it reaches AI. They check for malicious intent, prompt injection attacks, or attempts to make the AI bypass its rules. Got it. Okay, this is really useful stuff. They're an independent layer of software. Is it true? I don't know. I guess so. This is the only fair information we have, so we'll guess that's true. They are an independent layer of software. So between the user, and we have input guardrails and output guardrails. Two types. Independent. No. Two types: pre-guardrails and post-guardrails. Input and output guard rails. All right, what Bedro saying? Yo, I think we should really use AI as an AI guardrail because AI obviously best possible technology out of all of them. Kappa. Makes sense, and we do use AI. We do use AI to fight against AI. It's crazy because AI's got the scalability that AI needs. Because AI has a scalability that AI needs. It's also Kappa. Yeah. We're defending AI with AI. That's the thing about AI. We can only defend it with AI because it doesn't. If we had to check manually people's prompts, it'd be insane. Input guardrails scan the user's prompt before it reaches the AI. They check for malicious intent, prompt injection attacks, or attempts to make AI bypass its rules. Scan the AI's generated response before it is shown to the user. They verify that the text is accurate, adheres to safety standards, and is free of toxic language. Main types of AI guardrails. AI guardrails are implemented. Okay. So, two types of inputs and output guardrails. I think we can get that. I think it's quite simple. Then there are two main types of guardrails, or there's actually more. Guardrails are implemented through a combination of exact rules, like keyword lists, intelligent models like classifier algorithms. They generally fall into the following categories. Safaruk 6, can you rake my LinkedIn? Honestly, I've never done it before. You can give it a shot. You can share your LinkedIn. That's pretty random. Of a request. We're here talking about guardrails, and we got Safaruk sharing with us, wanting to check your LinkedIn. But yeah, buddy, we'll have a look at your LinkedIn with pleasure. Maybe he saw you rating my LinkedIn. Yeah, true. Folks, this is a stream where we rank everyone's career. Like, we're not just judging LinkedIn, we're also judging your career. Nah, I'm kidding. CCI. What is that? CEA 24.24.9. What am I supposed to do with that? Is that a password? Hey, Gratitude 2020 is here. The Padawan of AI hacking. Just type on LinkedIn and it will find me. I don't know if I have LinkedIn on there. Do I have LinkedIn? Hold on. Let me make sure I have. the screen. The thing is, I need to log into LinkedIn. Oh, no, we can see it. Is this you? Farouk? Say Farouk. And where do you want us to rate your LinkedIn? Are you looking for a new job, or well, that's a lot of certifications. Customer service professional, okay, nice. Network professional, so you have a kind of a network background as well. You have platform, okay, administrator, that's pretty cool. You work with Exabeam, okay. English and Arabic, nice. Got some recommendations as well. Okay, I'll be right back. Lock in onto this. Bye me. Gonna look onto this. Alright, sounds good. Ciao, Pedro. Is he the only one with that specific ISO cert? Wow. It looks like a pretty cool LinkedIn. You got some recommendations. This. I'm just curious how you talk about... I hope if you talk about your experience, you have to put some bullet points on what... certified customer professional. And it all depends what you're trying to do with your LinkedIn. Pre-sales lead. Nice. With 25 years. Experience. That's really cool. I think it's a good LinkedIn. If I were you, I'd just make sure that my experience, like fixate on my goal as to why I'm on LinkedIn. Maybe ask for AI for a recommendation on this, huh? Thank you. But yeah, it's a good LinkedIn. It's a good LinkedIn. Is he the only one with that specific Cisco cert? Wow. It's the serial number of the cert, I think. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Remove the professional summary. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Maybe you don't need to have the professional summary. And Mohammed, what Bedro is saying here is this: professional summary. There's no need for that. Like, it's already about and it's on LinkedIn, so we know it's your professional. It's your professional summary. No need to have it there. Kind of wastes attention space. All right, cool, folks. We just looked at a LinkedIn. That was a nice parenthesis. Now let's get back into the topic. Folks, today's stream is all about answering a few questions that I've personally had about AI and different things around AI. So today we're looking at guardrails, and we figured out that guardrails come from the guardrails that are, for instance, for the road, for the highways and stuff. So I think the naming of guardrail for AI comes from that name, comes from that practice of protecting roads. Also, there's a template in our engineering resumes you can use for your CV resume. Nice. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing all this info, Pedro. Pedro was about to bounce. He's like, wait, hold on. I can help out someone. Which is really cool. So there's private. So there's, I like how I'm going all over the place. There's two types of guardrails: input guardrails and output guardrails. So one reads the user prompt, and the other one reads the model's output and decides whether both are safe, basically, and what actions to take. Privacy guardrails automatically redact personally identified information, credit cards or health data before processing or responding it. Okay. Topical guardrails ensure AI only discuss approved subjects, stopping a banting chatbot from giving medical advice. Yeah. Pretty good. Safety and compliance guardrails filter out offensive content, violence, and hate speech while enforcing legal restrictions specific to specific industries like finance or healthcare. Why they matter: without guardrails, AI models can be manipulated by bad actors to perform dangerous actions like jailbreaking or expose confidential corporate information. For organizations, explaining robust guardrails is essential to preventing reputational damage, mitigating AI isolation, and complying with the data privacy laws. Okay, what I want to do is find some guardrails that you can buy or that you can use for your company. Like, what are the sellers of Who are the sellers of AI guardrails? Who are the sellers of AI guardrails? And I think it's an important question because they have a unique perspective on things that are McKinsey. Oh wow, from 2024. Because they have a special perspective of trying to sell their stuff, of course, but there's usually a need behind it. So I like looking at the solutions, sales solutions. Can I, or maybe let's check open source stuff. Open source AI guardrail. Okay, open guardrails. Vendor neutral protocol for AI agent safety and security. Hey, look. We don't need to pay. Guardrails, guardrailsai.com. Okay. I like this domain a little bit better. The guardrails framework for building, governing, and scaling production Gen AI across any LLM and development solution environment. Woof. So a bunch of enterprises trust them, including T-Mobile. AI reliability whenever you are in your AI lifecycle. Turn your data you don't have yet. Turn on data you don't have yet. Simulate large-scale realistic database for fine-tuning, distillation, and optimization. It's a little loud, no? It's a little loud for me too. All right. Oof, that's better. So it offers different solutions. It can create data for you. Simulate large-scale realistic dataset for fine-tuning, distillation, and prompt optimization. So, folks, in order to have your LLM, the thing is, if we want to create if we want to understand AI, we have to create our own AI at some point. What do you find where your agent breaks? Generate dynamic eval datasets targeting edge cases and risky outcomes. Quantify failure modes before your users discover them. Folks, this is something that we need to do. We're going to need to create our own LLM at one point, just like a company would, and then go through something like guardrails AI to figure out how to take care of it. Like we'll actually need to do that. Controls what ships to productions. Deploy runtime guardrails that protect privacy violations, violations, hallucinations, and data leakage. Block bad outputs before they reach users. So it seems to be an exit guardrail or freaking Firefox just crashes. Firefox just crashes. Oh, the music is gone. Music is gone. Oh, never mind. It was just the end of the song. But yeah, Firefox does seem to have crashed. All right. Deploy with confidence by enforcing real-time safety and quality constraints on every LLM output. You see, folks, it's this is very much ooh. Folks, the reason why I went ooh is because I'm realizing there's something going on here in AI development that I think happens in all development. Hear me out. There's two ways of oh man. Yep, it muted. Thank you, gratitude. I was explaining why I went all. And maybe you can give me your perspective, gratitude, because I think you folks are more technical than I am, and you've had more experience in development. And I was comparing the idea between having a system that's secured by design and something that's secured only by adding more stuff on it. Hear me out. It's like if you have a jail, right? Like a prison. And the prison is not very secure. Like the locks are a little old. There hasn't been much development. Maybe there's not enough guards and stuff like this. So you can actually improve the prison itself, or you can put a bunch of barriers around the prison. More layers, more layers, more layers, and hope that this works. So I think this is what here is happening, right? Like PIM masking, it's an excellent idea, and everyone should have it if your LLM is going to deal with PII. But it can also be a guardrail that's being abused that people rely on when really they should have a better design LLM. Does that make sense? Credit to 2020. What's your thought on this? Once again, folks, it's the idea that guardrails are excellent and they should definitely be used, but they should not be used as a first resource for blocking your LLMs just completely hallucinating. Detects and redacts personal identifier information like names, IDs, medical records, or addresses real time before responses leave your system, powered by state-of-the-art models of the Guardrails Hub. Is this a Guardrail Hub? No, it says Open Guardrails. Cloud plugin, benchmarks, examples, integration package, schema, skills, open guardrails. Damn. That's pretty damn large. So yeah, folks, designing a guardrail is like designing a prison. You got to start from within, from the system. In corporate, business objectives always take priority over secure principles. That's true. That's true. In a way that's true, right? And the thing is, LLMs are not made to stay forever, right? They're not made to stay forever. They're made to be used within a specific time, and most likely they're going to be changed over time. But what if they don't? What if they don't? So yeah, it's a good point that you're making. In corporate, business objectives always take priority over secure objectives. Very true. Very, very true. So yeah, what do we do about that? I mean, it's true. So I think there's a middle ground that organizations have to find, like taking care of a little bit of it, but business objectives take priority, and I think it makes sense. It makes sense. Why A guardrails prompts aren't enforcement, guardrails are. Prompts alone are best effort. Jailbreaks, leaks, and drifts slip through. Guardrails hard-coded validation for 100% enforcement. Guardrails hard-code validation for 100% enforcement. I don't know, what is 100% enforcement? Catch production failures before the user sees them. Enterprise context grounding. So scenarios reflect your domain terminology and user patterns. Live system interaction. Risk quantification. Move from we tested it to here's our measured risk surface. Programmatic edge discovery. Okay. Systematically explore failure modes humans wouldn't think to test. So there's different services that they sell here. They sell kind of testing, right? They sell testing, and they also sell the guardrails themselves. I want to understand what do they look like. Like here they say that they will check the outputs of the LLM. Do you also do AI pre-guardrails? Bro, the Quinna Chine 87, bro. What's up, bro? Bro. They nerf Opus this week. Oh no. Did they? Man, they gotta stop nerfing things. That's so annoying. I know for sure 100% because my output started using emojis and being nicer. Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear, huh? That really sucks when they make your thing nicer. It's like, dude, just be normal. Maybe they're trying to be more mass public. I think this might be what's happening. They're trying to make this an easy adoption for everyone. And being nice is a way to go. I don't think Claude code is nice because it's not made to be big public. Generating training data. So this is what they have. Automated agent optimization, simulation eval, custom benchmark, AI guardrails. So we're already on that page. So we read all that there was about it. So they will only do output guardrails here. Let's check out open source AI guardrail. Let's check input. Open source Friday with AI guardrails. God damn. We can watch a stream about it. Probably a little bit better than us. I don't know. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's not as good. Maybe not. I heard ChatGPT 5.6 is now better for cyber research than Claude. I'm not sure. So it's so new to say ChatGPT 5.6. I've just used it yesterday. And the thing is, I feel like just the philosophy of OpenAI is a bit more restrictive than Claude. So I don't know. Maybe that changed all of a sudden. And I think it might depend on what you want to do within the cyber research scope. Adding guardrails to large language models. Okay. Guardrails is a Python framework that helps build reliable AI applications by performing two key functions. Guardrails run input output guards in your first kind of benchmark comparing performance and latency of 24 guardrails across 6 common categories. What? There's an index now. So folks, one of the things we wanted to talk about today is AI performance. How is it measured? And here we're seeing not the AI's performance measured, but the guardrails for that AI also have a performance index. Okay, this is a pretty good, but I mean, guardrails usually are AI systems themselves. So that also makes sense to evaluate them. Okay, let's see with guardrails what happens. LLM application will check prompt LLM output. This is without guardrails. Prompt LLM output. This is the kind of thing that we want in order to be able to hack better. Just saying. Like this can be a real, if you're a user and you're doing some things you don't want to have manipulated or some things you don't want to have checked over, this is the kind of setup you want. But with guardrail, it's probably what you want as a business because you want to limit that risk. With guardrails, input guard contains PII, off topic, and jailbreak attempts. So they check all this before the prompt. And they will verify the output. Hallucination. Hey, thank you very much for following here. Stasi. Oh, Stasi. I hope you did make a reference to the secret East German police. Stasi. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to have you. All right, so we're looking at Guardrails Hub and different opportunities that we have for guardrails. Oh my god, Guardrails Hub. Visit Guardrails Hub to see the full list of validations and their documentation. Holy moly. 2 years ago. Bespoke mini checks validates the LLM generated text is supported by the provider using the Bespoke AI Labs models. Well, how does it run? Folks, for any of you that are just arriving on stream and about 15 minutes into it, we have another hour or so of stream. And the idea is that we'll answer different questions that we have about large language models. What are guardrails really? So this is the first question that we have. classifiers, how are they used and trained, AI performance, how is it measured, and why do some jailbreaks work and not others? Why would cyber insurance cover AI attacks? And this last thing, folks, is my point of specialty because I am your cyber doctor, but I'm also during the day a cyber insurer. So I work in cyber insurance and I create policies for large businesses to insure their business. So we're going to look at whether you can get protection for AI attacks. Cool, folks. All right, so multiple validators can be combined together into input and output guards that intercept the inputs and outputs of LLM. So they seem to have different things that can track all this. Toxic language, gibberish text, ends with that, sensitive topics, unusual prompt, CSV. Okay, wow. There's a lot of different things you can get. What does that mean? Generate code? Wait, no way. No way, folks. I think this here, you can... What? Generate code. Let's generate code. No way. No way. Whoa. Look at this. This is incredible. Guardrails Hub install this. Bespoke mini check. And then it just says... threshold. And then you can have a threshold. That's it. That's sick, folks. That is sick. All right. If you were sleeping throughout this stream, stop and listen to this. This is how guardrails work. Guardrails.ai, and then Hub, what they do is they'll say the guard will basically answer. And then you have a threshold that you can respond to. I'm guessing that's a sensitivity that you can check and test for yourself where you want it. And then you can say the default, which is the default response, which is say, sorry, I cannot respond to that. Please try phrasing or let me know if I can help you with something else. Insane. Insane. It's just going to block for you. Thresholds, split sentence is equal to true, unfail, and noop. Not sure what noops means. Guardrail validates some text guard LLM API OpenAI that chat completion creates prompt some prompt. Is that an if statement? Use many. I'm not sure what use many means. Folks, I think this is incredible. Then you can select more stuff and it's gonna create more code for it. Correct language. Validate LLM generate text as the expected language. The validator attempts to translate. And the thing is with guardrails is that if they're wrong, which ultimately has to happen, like if you're good at blocking, you're also bad at blocking things you shouldn't block, which is why there's a threshold here. So the more guardrails you put, the less performance you're going to have, because it's going to take more resources. It's going to make things slower. It's going to make things less predictable, less good in general, although... So yeah, you want to have just the right amount of guardrails for what you're trying to do. I wonder how this one works. Bias check. Validates that the text is free from biases related to age, gender, sex, ethnicity, religion. What does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean? How do you even measure that? Validate ensures total textual outputs do not contain biased language towards specific demographics such as race, gender, sex, religion, ethnicity. Like, let's go back to our notes, folks. The first thing we wrote about guardrails is when choosing your guardrail, the first step is to assess your specific needs, right? And I think this is super important to keep in mind, because if you're creating an AI model that will help out pizzerias with delivery, and it's only texting drivers, you probably don't need that guardrail. You probably do not need that guardrail. You probably do not need to have a bias that checks for race, gender, sex, religion, ethnicity guardrail. So you need to pick the specific one that works for you. I wonder if they have guardrails for paper clips. I wonder that too. Let's check it out. Paper. No validators there on paperclip. Can we check clips? No. Office supplies? No. No, I don't seem to have it here. Rabbit paperclip. That's a good question, huh? I like it. Oh, good, I'm free. You are free. You are free. But yeah, folks, that's the idea behind guardrails. Like, I think you don't want to add them like crazy because it's pretty tempting. So, cucumber expression max. Oh yeah, validates that impression matches the specified cucumber expression. What the fuck does that mean? A cucumber expression. Is this some kind of slang I don't know about? I think it's about coding. Guardrail validator provides support for cucumber expression, a simpler, more readable, regular expression dialect with the following measures. Supports built-in parameter types for common types like int, float. Folks that are pretty good at programming, can you step into here and help us understanding what a cucumber expression means? Often more readable, especially for people that are less familiar with regular expressions. What the fuck is a cucumber expression? Who came up with that? Intended use. Check if text allows a specific schema. Core dependency. Guardrails AI 5050 cucumber expressions. This. Wow, this is insane. Folks, we absolutely have to create our own AI and apply all these things. I want to buy 1 orange. I want to buy 3 oranges. I buy 2 melons. I buy minus 10 apples. It's easier to read rejects. I want to understand what cucumber expression means. And where does the name come from? What is a cucumber? Oops. Genesis. A Genesis cucumber expression refers to the validation of matching or matching utility created by a GitHub user, Genesis, such as the guardrails cucumber expression match on GitHub that implements cucumber expressions, a readable, intuitive alternative to regular expressions used in behavior-driven development. Behavior-driven development. What the heck, folks? There's so much we need to learn here. Behavior-driven development. Huh? The fuck is that? What is behavior-driven development? You see BDD case. People are actually curious what that is. Comment fonctionne? Behavior-driven is an agile software method that centers on collaboration between business and technical teams using concrete examples and the given when-then syntax to build software matching user expectations. Okay. It's an easier way to read rejects. That's what a cucumber expression is. So it's just placeholders for data types. Okay. Still not very clear, folks. Not that you're explaining poorly. It's just I just don't understand too well because I'm not in development at all. I think you folks are better at this. Discovery teams hold collaborative sessions to talk through user stories and define real-world examples. Okay. So you want to talk through user stories and define real-world examples. Okay. So BDD, lifecycle, describes behavior, defines requirements, runs and pass, applies code updates, run and fail, and tests. Okay, I read it a little bit weirdly. So first you want to describe behavior, then you want to define requirements, then you want to run, fail, and test, apply code update, run, and pass. Doesn't it just go like regular code development lifecycle? Isn't it just regular stuff? I mean, okay, we're getting kind of deep here. We're getting a little bit off topic. It's okay. All we need to know is that there's guardrails they can just install like that. And I'm not sure if they're free. I don't think so. At least they run locally. Maybe they're free. Maybe it's free. Holy moly, if this is free. Competitor check. Flags mention of competitors. Fixes response by filtering out competitor names. Oh. So folks, if your concern is risk categories, etiquette, brand risk, factuality, formatting and validation code, jailbreak, data leakage, code exploits. So let's say that your risk category that you're most concerned about, again, folks, we're going back to this quote from an actual guardrail web place that says, when choosing a guardrail, the first step is to assess your specific needs. It's to assess your specific needs. Well, when choosing a guardrail, the first step is to assess your specific needs. So, yeah, this is what it's all about here. I zoned out. I had a pretty good idea for YouTube video. This is what I was thinking about. So etiquette. So you can say validate that an LLM generated text is the expected language. If the text is not in the expected language, the validator will attempt to translate it into the expected language. Ooh. Dude, we should do this. We should create an LLM environment, our own LLM environment, and then put this guardrail in there. And we'll try to make it speak into French and Turkish and program this and do things like this. It will be really fun, no? To test our own guardrails and see how we can break them and everything. This would be really fun, no? There's so many things I need to do, folks. There's so many things we need to do, and I think that we need to take more time off stream to do things. Not safe for work text. A guardrail validator to detect not safe for work text. Etiquette. Restrict to topic determines that the text pertains to a specified topic. And license Apache 2 format development. I wonder how they're actually built. Ooh, what is this? Restrict topic performance character, the rock curve. All right, folks, let's move to Claude and ask it about more about this. Do I have Claude here? Claude.ai. Do I have it? Am I logged in? Fable now runs on usage credits. Here's $100 credit on us. Claim free credits. Claiming turns on usage credit for your account so they'll be ready to use your credits. Also cover if you hit plan limit, free credit expire on September 17th. I'm okay without it. Okay, this is the premium version we have. Rockers makes me recall my thesis research. Oh yeah? Tell us about it. What was it? I would like to understand more about the following. Who is Guardrails AI? Who is Guardrails AI? Are they free? How do they make money? This is a pretty standard question, no? If you're gonna recommend or use a guardrail, you understand who they are and make sure that they're not stealing your data or something. Who are they? How do they make money? What kind of guardrail is this? Is it a classifier? We made some spelling mistakes, folks, but I think it will get it anyway. Claude. We pay it enough money for it to get it. I feel like my grandma. We pay them enough money so that we don't have to do this. All right. What else? What other questions we have? What is this rock curve thing? Evaluate this specific model's performance. This is all really useful stuff. I'm surprised it's just like that on the internet. Is it really free? Because they look free, huh? All this looks like it's free stuff. It's free real estate, folks.
The following advertisement is intended for Jim Booney only.
It's free. Real estate.
We're giving you land.
It's free.
We're giving you a house.
It's real estate. Free.
It's a free house for you, Jim.
This is free real estate.
Well, you gotta bring furniture, but the house is free.
2 bedrooms, no rugs. It's free.
You unlock the door to your free house. We got you the real estate.
It's a 2-bedroom house. It's free. It's got a pool in the
I'm
back.
not carrying this around all day. It's for your house.
Free real estate. I'll pee my pants.
Jim, come get your damn land.
It's a free house.
Jim, I got real estate.
Jim, to get better than this.
Jim.
The house is free.
Jim.
The house is free.
It's a free house.
It's free real estate.
Nice. It's free real estate, folks. What was your thesis about Gratitude 2020? I'm very curious now. You won't get away with this, Gratitude 2020. We'll figure it out. All right. Who is Guardrail and how do they make money? First, disambiguation. There are 2 similarly named things in search results. There's Guardrails AI, guardrailsai.com, which is where we were. Exactly. The LLM safety company that makes the hub your documentation comes from, and a separate, unrelated Guardrails static code analysis tool, $39 a month. You want the former. Guardrails AI was founded in 2023, headquartered in Menlo Park, California. Of course, they're in California. With around 10 employees, it was founded by Sharia Raipal, ex-Apple Drive AI. What is Drive.ai? I've heard about it before. I hope you folks are entertained today. I'm kind of going in my own direction here. It will give us more direction for later. Drive.ai or Drive AI. What is this? The Drive.ai. The Drive.ai documentation management file. Okay. A file AI file assistant. Create, organize, search, and share files in plain English. Film from WLI for contractor John Doe. Holy shit. Oh, okay. We're hearing about the thesis from Gratitude 2020. Hey, Make IOX. Thank you very much for following. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I don't know if that's the same site Claus was talking about. Maybe not. Hey, we reached our follower goal of 270. Amazing. Yay. And we get a little trophy. I didn't program that, but we'll take it. 270 followers. Vamos. Vamos. All right, folks, if you haven't followed yet, please make sure you smash that follow button so we can get much closer to the next goal. I'm not sure what we'll get out of it, but we'll be happy. Oh, shoot. Are we not seeing the full image? There we go. Now we're seeing the full image. It kind of looks cringe. Or whatever. All right. So, it's is it the one that Claude was talking about? I don't know either. And Gratitude, we'll get to your thesis in a second. I think it's interesting. Drive.ai. I want to understand what Drive.ai is, or because I don't think that's what it is. Drive.ai. Oh, it's a lady. Amazing. I don't know. It's sexist maybe of me, but what if we got her on the stream and we talked to her about what she does and everything? Wouldn't it be like crazy interesting? Would you like to talk to her, folks? Personal website. Yes, please. Hold on. She has a past guardrails that I like ML computer vision. I work with Apple specialist groups on everything I like. That's amazing. Most of my research exists in the field of computer vision, sequential decision making, and human-in-the-loop systems. Holistic, crowd-powered sorting via AID. Okay, man. Man, she's smart. Might be still training data info. Might be still training data info. We're not talking about interviewing her, no? I like ML system computer vision, Apple's projects, and so I like, well, damn. She made a guardrail AI. Neutral compass. So this is probably a podcast.
My core belief is that we're still discovering exactly how to make systems built with AI work as well as traditional software. And I don't think we have all of the patterns yet. So if you're building any technology or introducing any paradigm, the way for it to see adoption, the way for it to see proliferation is via open source.
Okay. Neutral compass. Is this competition? Do we have to attack the channel? Are they talking about AI? I'm kidding, of course, huh? What do you get a leading AI safety innovator? What does neutral compass do? If you work in mental health, invest in it or build in it. Just believe better than... It's better than thinking. Neutral compass is for you. If you work on mental health, invest in it, build in it, or just believe it's better than getting. Neutral compass is for you. Oh yeah, it is about healthcare. Wow. Okay, yeah, we got a little bit lost here, folks. Neural, not neutral. Thank you very much. Appreciate you correcting us here. All right. And Diego Oppenheimer raised 7.5 million in seed funding via Zeta Venture Partners, Bloomberg Beta, and Pure VC in February 2024. There's a free versus paid. The core is genuinely free and open source. Guardrails AI is an open source framework, Apache 2.0, for validating and correcting AI model outputs. It's outputs, huh? Interesting that it's outputs. Well, it seems it's the second time we visit, and it's the second time we see that they're outputs. The validator you're looking at is Apache 2.0 license. Their money model is a standard open core play. The open source nature of the project lets developer use the basic framework for free, foster adoption, while the business revolves around offering both free and premium services. In practice, that means that teams can start with a self-hosted validation and upgrade to managed infrastructure as needs grow. This is the idea. Then you can call them and be like, yo, what is this? Upgrade to managed infrastructure and needs grow. One named customer is Robinhood, which uses Guardrail AI in financial applications. Revenue is still small. One tracker estimates around 1.1 million in annual revenue as of 2025. So treat that as a rough figure. Okay, now let's get to Gratitude 2020's longer message. Compared LLMs, Gemini, Claude, Llama GPT against static analysis tools like Sync for detecting cryptographic vulnerabilities. LLM perform better overall, especially in scenarios of mutated scenarios where static tools fail. LLMs also helped in providing remediation to fix them. Goal is to use that to provide it as an extension in code editors so developers don't mess up while coding cryptographic scenarios. One sec. Yeah, I want to understand what are cryptographic scenarios. Gratitude, if you don't mind explaining. Yes, one sec. You want to tell? Muted again. Thank you for that. Gratitude. My God. So what was I saying in the past 2 minutes? I was saying... I was wondering what you folks were thinking of the stream. Like, because I say the most random things and I go all over the place. So I was wondering if you... What were you thinking about the stream? Whether you thought it was crazy or not? Or were you... If you thought it was crazy stream, it's like, shit, it's the most random thing I watch all day. Or if it makes sense to you and you're able to follow along. Anyway, after that we talked about how it's how this classifier, how this guardrail uses both an LLM and a classifier. So it uses ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo. This is why you need an OpenAI key. And thank you, Gratitude 2020, for telling us about the mute. So is this a classifier? The underlying task is classification, and one of its two engines is a genuine zero-shot classifier. But the tool, as shipped, can also delegate the same decision to an LLM. Well, an LLM to protect the LLM. We were talking about it earlier with Bedro. What a rock curve is. A rock curve, a receiver operating characteristic, curve is a standard way to evaluate binary classifier that output a score rather than a hard yes or no. Here's the decision is roughly, does the text belong to a disallowed off-topic subject? Should it be flagged? The curve is built by sliding the decision threshold from a strict to lenient, and at each setting, plotting two rates, true positive and false positive rate. Every threshold gives 1 point. Connecting them traces the curve. The intuition. A huge hugging to the top left corner is excellent. It catches almost everything bad while rarely flagging good text. The diagonal line is random guessing, no skill. The single summary number is AUC, area under the curve. 1.0 is perfect, 0.5 is coin flip. Nice. Rock curve. Now remember it. Let's check it out. Let's see that rock curve again. Okay, we don't have it here. Cucumber doesn't feature it. Restriction to topic does feature it. Okay. So threshold at 96. The false positive rate is very low. The true positive rate is very high. So this is a very... It's going to have very low false positive range. All right, let's go back. Muted. Okay, so we don't have any chat since. I'm trying to understand. We're trying to make sense of these statistics, folks, so that we can understand a bit better. False positive here, it's pretty damn high, but the true positive is that... Does that mean that it will lead... Oh man, I want to take a screenshot of this. And ask Claude. Explain this rate. I think it is conservative. What was there an exclamation mark? I'm not sure. Man, I love today. I feel like I'm learning so much. Restrict to topic performance characteristic, PR curve. Recall, precision. Oh, I forgot about all this. I learned about it. What is a PR curve? We'll do this after. That tooltip is a single point of the raw curve, the model's behavior at one specific threshold setting. So let me unpack what it is telling you and then refine the conservative a bit. TRP 9545, the texts that generally are positive, it catches 95.45%. Very high sensitivity, it almost never misses. FTP, false positive rate of the text that are actually negative. It wrongly flags 44.06%. Nearly half of the clean cases tip the alarm. Half of the clean cases tip the alarm. Half of the clean cases tip the alarm. So there's a lot of false positives. That means that if something is flagged as wrong, there's a 44% chance that it's wrong. That's absolutely massive. That's massive. And what is this this point that we were on? We're on this one, I think. Oh, this one. So if you choose 0.1, 0.01, then you have a lot of things. And, do you see, folks? We're going back to this thing that we saw earlier. What are guardrails? When choosing a guardrail, the first step is to assess your specific needs. The first step is to assess your specific needs. And that's so critical. That is so critical. Because why? Because if you're doing a medical platform with AI, you do not want false positives. False negatives. False negatives are horrible because you might make the wrong decision. And maybe you have more time to assess certain things, to manually check over false positives. Does that make sense? So this is why the whole configuration depends on what your needs are. It's really cool that this platform is this transparent about the performance of their models. Like, you know, I was thinking about a CrowdStrike. A CrowdStrike, you know, folks, for you, those of you that don't know, I was working at CrowdStrike as a salesperson. And at CrowdStrike, there's a setting. I'm not sure if they still have it, but there's a setting that you can set your EDR to be more or less aggressive. And there's two functions. There's two settings that you can configure. Number one is the ability of the LLM to detect stuff. Like, oh, how often are you going to create an alert? And you can say, dude, you should create an alert all the time. And therefore it becomes very noisy. But at the same time, and then you have another one, which is how often do you want the EDR to block for you? Do you want it all the time? Do you want it a little bit of the time? And a common question that I got from clients is, yo, where do I set this? I'm like, hey, just choose a default. But you're like, no, there should be something like a rock curve to tell me what is the performance that you're going to give me and what is the false positive rate that I'm going to get. Maybe this is something they share with larger customers, but for my small customers, we definitely didn't have access to that. So this would be crazy interesting to see as an organization say, hey, my people have the ability to see 30%, like 600 alerts per day. I have 20 people, they can each deal with 30 alerts a day. I'm confident that I want 600 alerts a day. And I think most of them should be on my critical systems. So I want no more than 600 alerts per day, unless it's like a really, like we're under attack. So then you go, okay, so we're going to put some of this alert budget into our critical assets, and we're going to make it less sensitive on our non so critical assets, or assets that are less exposed. This is crazy interesting stuff, folks. I'm kind of revealing my secret specialty here, because this is what I do. So like overall risk management. I know most people do hacking on this site, and it's amazing, but this is some true gold nuggets if you're looking to how to govern risk at a higher level. So yeah, this is why rock curves are very interesting, and maybe enterprise customers get access to it. But let's say if you want a basic guardrails, that's wrong like almost never. That's never going to trip you. True positive. Wow. So it's not very performant because, folks, if you want to avoid the most obvious kind of mistakes, the most obvious kind of deviations, you're going to need to, if you want only a 0.5% false positive rate, you're going to need to get to accept that only 11% of things are going to get blocked. Now, if you're willing to take a false positive rate of almost 5%, you can get half of them blocked. Yeah, see? True positive here is 0.5. So it will block exactly 5%, 50% of true positives. But it will create 5% of false positives. So it's kind of like pick your poison, right? Pick your poison. Nothing's perfect. Here's kind of like the inflection point. 74 versus 15%. Maybe this is also an inflection point. Oh, 12, you'll get true positive, so you'll be able to block 83% of things, and you'll get 22% false positive. So interesting, folks. So interesting. I love this. On conservative, you're right, with a caveat about which error we mean. Hey, thank you very much. We have a new follower. Toby Wong. Thank you very much, Toby, for joining us. Toby Wong, welcome. So, now that we have Toby Wong on board, let's talk about on conservative, you're right. So, folks, for those that were not here 10 minutes ago, we shared a screenshot of the following thing, which is if you set the threshold of your guardrail at 0.01, you get a true positive rate of 95%. So 95% of alerts are blocked, but a false positive of 45. So those that are blocked are going to be right 65.94% of the time. So they're going to be wrong 44% of the time. So conservative, you're right with a caveat. So let's read about this caveat. It prioritizes don't miss anything. 95% caught and accept I'll overblock 44. I'll overblock as this price. This is a cautious posture about missing bad content. The flip side is that it's simultaneously not conservative about the other error. It's quite happy, trigger happy, towards legitimate text. Whether 44% positive is accessible depends entirely on your use case. For hard safety filters where a miss is catastrophic, overblocking may be worth it. For customer-facing chatbot, wrongly flagging around 44% of valid outputs would be painful friction. I agree. But interesting that some of the guardrails here, see on GitHub, only 3 stars. Updated 2 years ago, so it's a little bit old. I wonder if we made progress on this, because this performance, although it's transparent and you got to give it to them, it's not very much performant, I feel. And what is this? What does LLM do again? Checks if text is related with a topic. Maybe it's a tough one. Maybe to check if something is related to a topic is hard. How about the language one that we saw? Language should be a bit easier, no? Correct language. Do we have a... Oh no, we don't have the curve here. Curves are so good. This validator checked the extracted summary sentences and matched the original document. Checks for gibberish text. Maybe that's easier. Man, where's the llama guard? Was it the only one that featured a... Oh no, this one features one too. True positive rates. There we go. This one's interesting. This one absolutely sucks, no? This one sucks, no? Hold on a second. This is input and validation, actually. Wait, this one's actually shit, no? Thresholds. If you set it at 0.98, your false positive is going to be 87%. And your true... This is a shit model. What the fuck? No? This is negative performance. This is horrible performance. No. We're getting deep at folks. I hope you're catching with us. I hope you're understanding this, because this is the things this is quite nerdy. It's like statistically, but I think it's super interesting in what we do. A PR curve, precision recall curve, is the same idea as a raw curve that you've been looking at, sweeping the decision threshold and plot how performance changes, but it tracks as a different pair of quantities. Ones that answer a more practical question. When this thing raises an alarm, can I trust it? Okay, the difference from rock is what happens when it clean cases. Rock's false positive rates measures wrong flags as a share of all the negatives that exist. Precision measures wrong flags as a share of what the model actually flagged. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right, let's see how horrible. Your insist about this specific point is right. Better be careful jumping from this point to this model, because there's something here worth catching. Why this point is generally bad. On a rock curve, the diagonal TRP is equal to FRP is random guessing. This point has TRP 0.5580 below this. It sits below the diagonal. At this threshold, the classifier flags clean text 87.5 more often than it flags text that it's supposed to catch, 85. So you literally do better flipping decisions. So yes, an operating point worse than random. Yeah, right. But two big caveats before you write off the model. First, 0.98 is an absurd threshold. The far strict end of the curve. Nobody deploys here. A single point and extreme angle tells you that almost nothing about this model of real quality. This matters at the UAC, area under the curve, across the whole curve, not a cherry-picked endpoint. Classifiers can misbehave in the corners while being fine in the usable middle. Second, and more important, compare this to your earlier screenshots and something doesn't add up. Normal rock curve, the threshold goes up, you flag fewer things, so both TRP and it should go down. Yeah. What Claude here didn't get is that it's a new one. It's a new guardrail. But see here, even this is shit. This is awful performance. So this is a bad model? Is this what it's saying? All right, so folks, we're gonna need to get to work on this. We're gonna need to work on this and set up our own LLMs and then our guardrails and then check these things out. It's amazing. Guardrails AI. Wow. So much learned today. We just did guardrails. And folks, what I suggest that we do before we leave for today and return, I think folks, usually we stream every morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Today we're a little bit late and we're gonna leave. Yeah, probably on time around 8 a.m. What I want to be able to build more. I think I need to set up the stream a little bit better for you folks. I think I need to set the stream a little bit better for you folks because we need to test out things manually. This is what I want to do on stream. Learning about this, I think it's fine for one day, but this is not what I want the stream to become. So I need to less lab codes, more safety hats. Yeah, right. I mean, if we're the cyber doctor, we wear lab coat. We have to experiment. We have to do crazy things. I agree with you, Rabbit Paperclip. Less safety hats. We need to do more lab coat. We need to do more experiments. And for experiments to be set up, after to set up the lab, right? So this is why I want to stream a little bit less, but make it more qualitative every time I stream. I wish I could do both, but I still have a job. I wish I didn't have to work, but I do. But I do. So yeah. What does that mean for us, folks? What does that mean for us? It means that tomorrow I will not be streaming. I will get back on Friday. Tomorrow I will be hopefully creating labs and stuff like this for us to play with tomorrow. Jobs are overrated. I barely hang on to mine. Wink. Nice. You barely hang on? No, paperclips are strong. They hang on to stuff. So yeah, that's that, folks. So what did we learn today? Today we learned about guardrails. Guardrails, I'm assuming, come from the road. Actually, let's ask for a history of guardrails. History of guardrails. Guardrails evolved from crude wooden logs and stone walls into engineering steel and concrete safety systems. Key milestone includes 1930s resilient patent designs, the 1950s introduction of the New Jersey concrete barriers, and modern continuous testing standards. Early roads, so early roads used boulders, wooden posts, logs, and stone walls simply to keep vehicles from plunging off cliffs or steep embankments. So yeah, the guardrails originally were this, folks. The guardrails originally were these things that prevented cars from falling off and completely dying. Nowadays, guardrails can also apply to AI, so it's like this. And the main sentence, if you're going to remember one thing from the stream today, folks, it's this sentence. When choosing a guardrail, the first step is to assess your specific need. Can't emphasize this enough. It's like, you can't just put some add-ons and hope to be good with it, because guardrails come with a cost. You're going to need to set them up, like these little things here. You're going to need to set them up and make sure that you know the purpose of your road, right? Like, who goes on your road? Is it trucks? Is it pedestrians? Is it like, is there any chance you're going to get some pedestrians on this road? Because if it can also block access. Like you see here, this guardrail here prevents pedestrians from going here. Like, are there going to be any pedestrians? Because this can put pedestrians in danger, actually, from not having enough space to dodge the cars. So you always have to go back to the use case of your guardrail. Think about why you need it for. So this is main learning. And there's so many cool ones that you can just apply. You can look at the statistics of how they work. And there's so many cool open source ones that you can look into. Like jailbreaking, QA11 Revel, detect jailbreak from 1 month ago. How's the performance of this one? This one's pretty good. It's going to cache 82% of jailbreak attempts. This is going to catch everything. 1-1. So even if you install it, you're going to block 75% of jailbreak attempts. PR curve. So yeah, folks, there's plenty of tools that you can use out there, and it's worth exploring, and I want to test them. I want to have fun with them. And for that, I need to build a little bit more of a lab environment. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Folks, I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for staying here. I'm not sure how many of us there are. Maybe we can raid someone. I don't think Oh, Shy Hat is still here. At this time? Is it time to raid Shy Hat? Oh, Shy Hat just raided us with 5 viewers. Shy Hat, we're just gonna finish the stream and we're looking at you. To see if we could raid you. Oh, man. To Shy Hat. I was like, wait, that's me. Is it Hop Hop Hack, everyone? Hey, thank you very much, Tacomando. Tacomando X6. Thank you very much for following us. Folks, today we're talking about guardrails. Let's see, Stream Manager. Yay, there's 11 of us. Yay. Hey, everyone. Hop Hop Hack. There we go. Of course, Hop Hop Hack. Hey, Shy Hat. Shy Hat stream is offline. Schedule at this time. So, folks, for those of you that were watching my stream, here, you can check out here Shy Hat's schedule if you want to catch him. He's usually a bit before me. Today is Wednesday, is it? No, today's Monday? What day is today? Today is Wednesday. Wait, that doesn't make sense because you stream on a Tuesday, Shy Hat. The schedule is incorrect. Okay. Got it. Cool, folks. So today, let me just give you a rundown, and then we'll rate someone else since there's 19 of us. Hey, everyone. Nice. Welcome. We're just finishing the stream. It's too bad. I wish we could stream a little longer. Today, folks, we looked at different questions. I'm just going to give you the summary so you can get most of the learning without having to sit through the whole discovery part. So, presenting today's learnings. I could get some post-stream refuel. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shahata, for the raid. I appreciate it. Enjoy that fueling, that refueling. All right, folks. AI. Today we learned mostly about AI guardrails. We had some more questions. We had some more questions that we will get into another stream. Maybe fuck. And there was 11 viewers before Shy Hat raided, so maybe you folks enjoy this. It's a little quiet, but I think you folks enjoy this. So, what are guardrails? I'm going to explain it one more time. Guardrails come from the road. They're these things over here. Makes sense? They're these things right there. And so originally they're to keep people safe, to keep the road used as intentional. So protect pedestrians, protect cars, protect everyone. And now they're used in AI. And the main sentence is, the main takeaway for me today is when choosing a guardrail, the first step is to assess your specific needs. Because you want to make sure that you satisfy the specific needs of your LLM. You can't just apply a band-aid on everything. Like if you have a skin condition that's really bad, you shouldn't just apply a band-aid. Like a band-aid is good in skin, like if you have a cut. But in everything that you do, you need to make sure that you have the right context in mind. And so with this, there's guardrails that you can apply. But every guardrail comes with a cost. Either you pay for an API key or you block things that are not necessarily needed to be blocked. So this is the idea of guardrails, folks. Yeah, folks, that's it for today. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. I don't want to compromise on anything. I don't want to, I don't want to commit on anything. Because we still have these things to talk about. AI performance, how is it measured? But I don't know if it's as interesting as guardrails. I think it's better if we don't stream tomorrow and then we come back on Friday and demonstrate these hacks and demonstrate these. So yeah, folks, we'll finish here for today. Let's see if someone to raid that Too Bad Shy Hat is no longer raidable. Let's go raid someone else. InfoSec streams is just me and Shy Hat. Shy Hat just left. Ay, who are we gonna raid, folks? Who are we gonna raid? Where do we go? We go on Twitch. Copy.